Some rough terrain that it just bulldozes over. So there's that. That kind of just shows you just the bulldacity of this thing. This is where I'm probably gonna bust my ass. And this is for you all. Just so you know, this is for you all. I do this for you all. Like always. Actually, I'm not making any money. All right, here we go. Oh. What is up, YouTube adventure family? We're gonna take the Raev Bullet GTX version, their flagship, their bad boy, out on a nice little cruise today while we've got a break in the weather, and talk about not only what this bike has to offer and the features it has, but some of the price points you could get this bike at and a couple of the options you could get this bike at that are really unbelievable, and kind of what I did to take advantage of some of the options and some of the deals that I could give you on a Raev bike, including the Raev Bullet GTX. All right, let's hop on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and get that going, start that. I'm gonna get an idea here of basically, as you can see here, just with the GPS, just get an idea of the mileage, the average speed, top speed, all that. And then we'll go ahead and turn this on. I did unlock it, of course. Turn on the headlights here since we're going to be on the road a little bit until we get to the bike path. Goodness, it's looking like rain and then not rain. So this could be sketchy. Anyways, let's head out. All right. Got some drinks packed, some food packed. We're gonna head to an old town where I used to actually live. Minturn, USA. It's a great little town. And we're gonna see what the Raev Bullet GTX has to offer on multiple surfaces and terrains. There's the road, and we look like we were getting up close to 30 miles an hour, if not more. We'll do more of a road test here shortly. All right, so we're gonna go this way. We'll put down to mode 2 to see how mode 2 kind of cruises out. I took it up and down the road for a little bit, but really just in mode 3. All right, mode 2. We could definitely get past that 20 mile an hour mark, probably up to like 25, it looks like. I don't see nobody, so let's try it through here. Okay, in mode 2, 28 miles an hour, 27 on the GPS probably. We got 30 coming up my road. And let's go this way. We'll just keep it mode 2 since obviously it's got enough power. Probably need to adjust this front brake calipers a little. I hear them just barely rubbing, which is common out of the box. You'll adjust those once or twice to get them even, but anyways, let's cruise on through. You'll turn off the headlights now. I don't want to attract too much attention. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. All right. So we'll cruise through here. So far, I did adjust the rear suspension. I'm pretty light. I'm like a $160, $165 or whatever. So the suspension when it came was pretty stiff. So I adjusted it by actually just letting a little bit out of the suspension and the rebound in the back by sticking an Allen wrench and just two little and just seeing where the ring would go down when I sat down on the bike. And it's definitely a lot more cushier than it is. And then this right here, I could adjust to, just going back and forth or whatever on the front suspension there and get that going. So now it's like a really cushy ride compared to what it was when I got it out of the box by adjusting that rear suspension and the front suspension and to soften it up, because I'm a light rider. But if I was to, you know, carry a passenger or whatever, you know, I'd probably want to, you know, stiffen that back up probably. Yeah, this is the new bike path going down through here that they were just making last year. And I mean, what a pleasure this is. I mean, check this out. I mean, freaking awesome. What I've noticed about this bike so far is just super smooth on acceleration. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna like do a crazy wheelie or pop out of control or whatever, but I feel like it really has like really good torque and really smooth momentum. So the pedal assistant too is like, I feel like I could get a little bit of exercise like in pedal assist too. Not a whole bunch, but like definitely not too shabby. I'm actually going to head up the road here a little bit and just see what this puppy has on the wide open road. Turn on the headlight so people can see us. Boom. All right, we're going up a little bit of a steep incline here. So the speedometer with the the speedometer versus the GPS seems to be pretty close, within like less than a mile per hour difference. So that's really good. And we're just cruising right along, man. What a great bike. You gotta watch out for these big chunky rocks. And even like uphill, check this out. Even uphill, we're still cruising like 28 miles an hour. That's really impressive throttle only too. Super, super duper impressed. And as we get up here, we'll get back on the bike path. Let's see if we could go on some dirt here. Ugh. How cool. I'll turn off the headlight. So that worked out really good. Let's put it in mode 3. Climbs that hill so good in mode 3. I mean, look at that, just gaining momentum, just gaining speed, just gaining it. Dude, this bike is something else. Super nice. Put it back in mode 2 for a minute. Minturn. We're headed to a nice, cool little town that I used to live in. I'm actually going to pull over here for just a quick second. You can get an idea of what this looks like. Check that out. This is Dowd Chute. If you've been on any adventures with me before, you know all about this area. That's going towards Minturn, and you know, you got Lions Head Rock and Meadow Mountain and all that. But this is Dowd Chute in the Eagle River. That's a really cool area that I've kayaked many a times. Let's back her up, back her up. We get to check out some more of this new bike path through here, boys and girls, which I'm super excited to check out actually. I love the seat on this thing. Just being back, or just being able to move back and forth on this seat's amazing. That bike path is now open, as you know. I went up there for Vail closing day. You'll see like a little bit of me cruising up there on my, what was it, the Raev Bullet X that I cruised up to Vail with the snowboard strapped on for closing day, which was super cool to take the e-bike up to closing day, up to Vail from Avon, or Eagleville anyway. Love these disc brakes. So these are 4 piston disc brakes on here that have really, really good stopping power. which is kind of crazy in a way because they are on 180 millimeter rotors, which is kind of wild because I figured at least the front one would have 203. But I'm telling you, oddly enough, because I guess because there's two of them or whatever, the stopping power at 20 miles an hour, as you can see, is like super, super duper awesome. And I like to do it at 20 miles an hour just because that's what, I guess, the speed that most e-bikes are supposed to go on. There it is, the Eagle River. Absolutely beautiful. I've kayaked, I've fished, I've rafted, I've swam, played along, camped along this river many, many times. There's Lion's Head Rock up there, what's left of it. Many years ago, part of that fell down into the railroad tracks and busted them up, and up there's Meadow Mountain. That's an old ski resort over there that Vail bought a long time ago and gave to BLM. Oh, yeah, it looks like they got this open. So we could do like a little off-road test here. I guess I want to put it in mode 3. That doesn't mean I'm going to go like the full speed or whatever, but just to have the extra torque. So it's very bumpy and ridgety and rocky through here. It is packed gravel, but it's very ridgety and bumpy, and the snow has just melted recently here in Colorado, as you can see with a lot of my other videos, where this road's just now exposed enough to ride through. And having these tires on here, these V Huntsman tires, makes this like super awesome to go on and off road. But also, more than anything with these V Huntsman tires is the confidence that I have using these things, which is just amazing. The Eagle River and the Raev GTX e-bike. These tires are amazing. These V-tire Huntsmans are just like a dream. And see, I got my helmet on because we're going off-road, and this is a pretty decent bike that borderlines that e-bike moped, class 3 borderline, maybe more e-bike thing that we're into. So we're definitely wearing the Protect skateboard helmet that I've had for years and years and years and years and years. But anyway, check it out. It's got a great tail light on it. I mean, even in daylight, that thing's just as bright as a lightning bug in East Tennessee in the month of July. And it's just amazing. What I'm really digging right now, I'll tell you what I'm really digging right now, honestly, is the brakes. I'm really surprised because, like I said, it's like, these are like 180 disc rotors on these 4-piston brakes, which I thought would be at least 203, but they're working fine because there's 2 of them, I guess. You know, it's working really good, so I'm really enjoying the brakes. I'm really enjoying this seat. This memory foam seat's the biggest one in the industry that I know of. Cushion-wise, width-wise, length-wise, it's just a big plank, a big bench of a seat that I can move back and forth on. The fenders at least keep the rocks and stuff out of the way, keeps it from popping my face, splashing on my back, that kind of thing. Those tires, amazing. Okay, I haven't talked enough about this, but this suspension, this is the first time I've had rear suspension, and you can see it's giving me exactly the millimeters I need in suspension-wise going over those bumps. The dual battery system, not having range anxiety, oh my gosh, I can't tell you more about range anxiety having a 52 volt battery, 15 amp hour battery, 52 volt range anxiety, 48 volt, 13 amp hour batteries. Range anxiety, man. I've had it ever since I've had e-bikes until I've gotten this thing. Now I did order this bike, and we're gonna talk more about it. I did order this bike with just a 20 amp hour battery. I already had a 52 volt, 8 amp hour battery already in a blender. So I just went ahead and hooked that up myself. So I did get this bike a lot less expensive than the 28 amp hour version, which I'm gonna talk about here in a little bit. But check it out. Super freaking awesome. What a cool freaking e-bike. I mean, it just is. It's just a super, super cool e-bike. Let me turn that off there. The Raev Bullet GTX, oh my God. This is like basically a dream bike to me. And then some. But the point I'm trying to make here on this e-bike, the point I'm trying to make here, and I want to talk about just a little bit more, is this e-bike has two options. Everybody's talking about the 28 amp hour option. You could get it for $23.99. Check it out, looky here. I'll show you the link. Follow the link below if you're interested in one of these Raev bikes or any of the Raev bikes, because it really helps me and helps my channel, because that's really the only freaking income I have coming in right now. So subscribe if you're into Raev. Hit like, leave comments and all that, but most of all, follow the link below and check it out. But that's the Raev Bullet GTX 28 amp hour version, okay? Now check this out. This is a secret, because this is what I ordered. This is what I got, because I already had the battery beforehand anyways, because I ordered it. It was like a project I was going to do. I had like a blender, hooked it up to the Bullet X, you know, just to have an extra battery. I had the blender. So I had the blender, the battery blender, and then I had the 8 amp hour 52 volt battery already that Raev sent me, because I was going to do like a little project. But anyway, I already had that battery, so I saved a lot of money just by getting this. Now check this out. This is the Raev Bullet GTX 20 amp hour. Whoop, check this out. 20 amp hour version. $18.99. You do the math. $23.99, $18.99. You do the math. Find you another battery later and a blender later. Go ahead and get this bike right now while you freaking can, before they run out. You'll be able to get a battery. You'll be able to get a blender. But you won't be able to get a deal like that much longer. So go ahead and get that now. If you're in that indecisive, do I get the GTX 28 amp hour or not? Get the GTX 20 amp hour, yes, now. Now, yesterday. Get two of them. Get the battery later. Order it from Raev. Order it from Amazon. Order it from eBay. Order it from wherever the heck you order a battery that's a 52 volt, 8 amp hour battery and a blender, and you've got what you need. Anyways, those are your options, because this bike comes in at 1,000 watt rear motor, 52 volts, 20 amp hour or 28 amp hour e-bike with front and rear suspension. And it's been nothing short of freaking amazing with those Huntsman tires. The suspension being adjustable is amazing. The bike itself is just incredible. Let's cruise on down through here. This area is pretty cool, but it just gives me an idea of going up and down a little bit of terrain that isn't, you know, just the most ideal terrain. It's a little muddy through here, a little wet, a little rocky. Take it easy through here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what it could do up this. Now this is going to be from like a dead stop here. That's a pretty steep incline. It's in third gear, okay? It's in its top gear. It's unlocked, all that jazz. So we're going to see what it does from a dead stop up this little hill. So let's go. not even like an issue, not even a problem. I kind of didn't even push all the way down there. That's pretty dope. Let's see what the brakes act like on a muddy surface going down. This is where I'm probably gonna bust my ass. And this is for you all. Just so you know, this is for you all. I do this for you all, like all of it, actually. So I'm not making any money. All right, here we go. Oh. Whew, nice. Not too shabby. Now this is cool because it's like a little campsite area here that they got going on. Down here by the river, we'll probably gone over that rock there and show you how close we actually are to the river right here. It's super awesome. That right there is actually rutting from the deer and elk that come through here, believe it or not. But the turning radius on this is not too shabby. I'm actually kind of impressed with the turning radius on this here. All right. Let's head on out. I don't know, let's see what's going on through here. It's kind of some rough terrain that it just bulldozes over. So there's that. That kind of just shows you just the bulldacity of this thing. How freaking neat. Looks like somebody's actually kind of maintained the area down through here. All right. These tires are really just a true game changer though, honestly. You get Riverside right here. Literally Riverside. The Raev Bullet GTX. This one here, 28 amp hours. It was 20 amp hours. I just had 8 amp hours I added to it myself with my battery blender and the 8 amp hour 52 volt battery I already had from Raev anyway from a previous project. With those tires, the front suspension, the rear suspension, I actually took these little nozzles off and took a little Allen wrench and kind of just went tss, and took a little air out just to give them that little millimeter of travel there, 15 millimeters of travel or whatever. So it wasn't so stiff. It comes pretty stiff. The kickstand's a little on the short side, so I may either get an aftermarket one or just drill out these rivets and then, you know, re-rivet it or send a couple screws in there, whatever, and just that as a project. If I do that, I'll show you how I did that. Not too shabby, huh? Pretty cool, huh? What a great e-bike. Again, the Raev Bullet GTX here, Riverside in the middle of Colorado, uphills, brake test, top speed. This bike is freaking amazing. The tires, the 1,000-watt motor, we got up to, I think, right over 1,700 watts that we were pushing. This bike's really got a lot of pep to it, but not so much that like the wheels pop up and you can. It's like really good, hunker down, smooth transition of torque and speed combined. It's really the perfect 52 volt e-bike as is. The only thing I could think that I'm going to change on it, besides, you know, modifying that kickstand down there that I'll do myself, I might get some, you know, some more of a BMX style handlebars, some different handle grips just to make it look cool, some different pedals maybe. That's probably about it. I don't think it's going to be much more than that. Because, I mean, the tires y'all don't need anything on the tires. The seat is amazing. The color is amazing. I got black. All my e-bikes are basically just going to be black from now on, probably. Unless I get a wild hair. But they just look good, don't they? Anyways, the Raev Bullet GTX, it gets a 9.5 out of 10 in this 52 volt category of awesome, because I don't give out 10s, but gets as high as it can get. The Raev Bullet GTX Follow the link below, subscribe to my channel. I want you all to come and join in on my e-bike life and my travels to Colorado and the things that I do and how I take e-bikes and why I choose the e-bikes I choose that I ride. And how to maintain these things. And then in the winter, we'll get into snowboards and all that shit too, but right now it's e-bike weather, it's fishing weather, it's hiking weather, it's camping weather, it is farmer's market weather, it's all those things. Until our next adventure, this is Chris from the Colorado Adventure Channel. Peace!